Hello, everybody. Welcome again to the Slimy Wolf uh, Crypto Hour. I probably butcher his name. Like I probably called like four different things at this point, but it's whatever. It's a slimy person and a wolf talking about crypto for an hour. So don't mean to call you slimy slime time, but
No worries. Whatever works, I'm all good with it.
So I really haven't been able to keep too much track with news. I'm looking through anything now, but while I'm looking through that, I just want everyone to know that the last episode I talked about the imaginary friends. There is actually a giveaway going on my Twitter for them. That is also going to have a AMA with them as well coming up on the 17th at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So I know that case with um, XRP is still going on, and I've been meaning to keep up with that, but I've been just too busy this week to really follow that. And I don't know if you heard anything on that slime time.
I have not, but I just know that that's going to get drug out. Like nothing quick is going to happen with that whatsoever. Like, just that's just the way I see it. That's my opinion. It's been ongoing for over a year now, for the most part, hasn't it?
I think it's been
Pretty sure.
longer than a year.
Maybe going on 2 years now, but
I know there are multiple bills being talked about in crypto.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to look into that a little more for cover that next week, I think. But I don't know. I I do want to bring up the fact that I did get a AVAX delegator. So
Oh, look at you!
yeah. I think I think I'll make like 1.8 AVAX in like 10 months or something, but I it's more of a long-term move. And
Right? Absolutely.
I actually
Collecting
started
while you sleep.
exactly. And I started a new strategy where I because of the market still being in the toilet,
Yep.
um I don't think a lot of the newer DeFi projects are going to be able to survive this. Uh
Yeah.
so so I actually just took the money I was going to spend on crypto, which I do budget for, and actually did a poll on Twitter on that, and it's glad to see most of the people say they budget for it. They budget monthly for it. Um, Marsal, who is in our Discord, said whenever she has money, she does it. Uh, but she's unable to make it right now because of other things, but hopefully we can get her on soon. But I'm just hoping that people aren't just saying that to look smarter and that they actually do budget for it. Because
Yeah.
I definitely been a victim. I definitely did that a few times where I said something I don't do just to make it look like I'm smart.
Right.
Um, but I actually took the budgeted amount I had for this week and spread it across 8 different like blue chip and chain coins instead of doing any DeFi stuff. So
I think that's a smart move. I truly do,
and
especially right now.
yeah, and I think that's what my plan's going to be till it starts turning back up. Maybe here or there, do a little bit. I'll probably end up getting one of the imaginary NFTs because I do like that whole thing they're doing with trying to do a social media platform.
Right.
So I think here or there, I'll do a few DeFi things, but mainly my focus is going to be building up to uh, to more blue chip stuff, and hopefully eventually I can continue doing delegators like once or twice a month, and maybe in 2 or 3 years be able to get a validator.
That's a good plan.
So, what about you? Is the market making uh, you, anything going on, like maybe change the way you invest or anything like that?
Um, I definitely, like you, I am not throwing any money towards DeFi right now. All the projects I'm invested in are all in reform mode, I guess you'd say. So I've just been compounding those, and then here and there, I've got. I wish I could. I wish I was able to budget more personally, but summertime for me is big traveling time, and so I have to put most of my money coming into the summer towards some traveling. I do a few mission trips here and there with my church, as well as a couple other things that I help be a volunteer for along with my church. So that my money goes towards that in the summertime. So I don't budget as much for crypto net right now, um, and I'm just picking a little bit here and there. I buy right now. I'm buying ETH as much as I can with what I can, which is obviously not going to be that much. But and in order to keep purchasing Hex, that's my main goal right now. To try to get as much as I can of it without, like you said, within budget, with not killing my bank accounts, and to the point to where I'm struggling, or I'm not going to make rent the next month or anything like that. I always try to do like you say. I don't write. I'm not the writer down budgeter. I'm the figure it out with a calculator, and then okay, I'm good. I wish I was that guy or that person that had a like big spreadsheet of the monthly stuff, and okay, here's my allotted amount and all that kind of stuff. No, I do. I just throw some calculations together, like, oh, I got extra money here. Okay, boom, let's do it. See, that's the way I roll.
I actually did end up picking some hacks up. Just
Oh yeah,
yeah.
awesome.
I do like the whole thing about that doubling up the when that chain comes out. Is there any news on that? Did you hear anything more?
Still working on securities. As far as I know, I haven't seen Richard post anything about any dates or anything like that. So
I mean,
just
maybe we could be like a lot of the people that are coming into the Discord. Maybe we could ask them if they need marketing.
he does it. Like that's the thing. He's got his hex following is bigger. The funny thing about his following is that they're hex and hex it. I mean, that's it. Like if you will do some other chain coins or some blue chips or something like that, but most all of them are strictly hex, and that's it. And whatever Richard Hart is getting involved in next,
Oh well,
it is it.
he needs more people outside of Hex. I'm sure I got a list of 20 people who came into our Discord asking, "Oh, we can grow it. We can grow it."
Oh yeah, oh no, and I'm sure he gets people all the time. Oh no, and yeah, you get those pesky ones that jump in and like, oh hey, you paid me this, I'll shill the crap out of that. And
I'm getting to the point of when they DM me saying that I go, "Oh, okay, for free. Yeah, I could use it." Because no, there's a fee. Oh, sorry.
right, but no, it's a very interesting following for him. Like most of them don't, like none of them. I don't think hardly touch DeFi. It's pretty interesting, and like so, of course, because they don't.
So it's a crypto cult.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting to. Is like they've been kind of created as a cult thing.
As long as he doesn't need people to drink
Yeah,
Kool-Aid.
yeah, he doesn't have them do that. He basically is like, hey, I'm just trying to I'm trying to help you make money. But that's his Kool Aid. Is I want everybody to be able to live a life they want to live, and so that's one of the reasons why he created Hex. It's another reason why he's created Pulse Chain, and hopefully we'll launch it sometime this year. I'm hoping. I don't know for sure um, what other securities. I know he wants it to be flawless. I know he's really hard nosed on that because Hex is run flawless since launch almost 3 years ago now. So he's good on his reputation for that, and I think he doesn't want to falter that by any means. And so I think that's why he is hard nosed and pushing for as much flawlessness as possible. With a chain is totally different than just doing a simple, cryptocurrency of just normal sorts of staking. So a chain in itself, to me, is a whole lot harder to, make it as flawless as possible, because there are always going to be flaws. Whether or not he caught all the ones that are the major ones that would jeopardize the chain itself.
So I did find something on Ethereum with their V2 upgrade. I
Oh, the
guess,
test, like going to the test net. Is that what you're getting to?
yeah, I guess they ran the upgrade on Ropsten testnet.
And it failed. That's what I saw. But I don't know if it actually they got it back up or actually working. I just happened to catch that that it failed the original trying to load up on the
Yeah, this
test
was,
net.
when was that?
Sometime maybe at the beginning of the week, I think, or maybe sometime last week. I can't remember exactly when I saw it, because it's been a busy couple of weeks, and just when I can catch a minute to try to just catch, keep my eyes open on stuff. But
I
I
mean,
don't know.
they're saying it seems stable now afterwards, so.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, that could have been when they. I want to say that was when they first initially tried to throw it up onto a test net, and it just all I saw was that it failed.
Yeah,
I don't know how.
they're saying there still are some minor issues that they known about already and that were expected that they're looking into, but it didn't completely fail like you're saying it did before.
Hmm,
That was about two
okay,
days ago. So do you think it'll happen by end of summer?
not like that. Nope, I do not. Not if they can't even get it to run decent on a test net right now. I mean, they've been working on this for 4 years, right? Supposedly
Yeah, I'm not
four or
sure
five
how
years, something like
long.
that.
It's been a while though. For those people who don't really develop or are just getting into crypto, um, you played with test nets more than me. Do you want to explain what a test net is?
Yeah. So testnet basically is not a live. Going with a blockchain. So basically, with Ethereum, the blockchain is there for said Ethereum and whatever is on the blockchain. So we'll go with AVAX. That's a little easier because everybody in our space deals with AVAX more. AVAX is the same concept. It's a blockchain. It runs things run underneath it. Any kind of crypto project, DeFi project, NFT projects, they're all on the AVAX chain. And so when you create a new chain or you're creating a new version of a chain, you always want to do a test net first. And so a test net is basically is what it's supposed to look like and run, but it's not live. So anything that you do on the test net, you may have a decentralized exchange where you can go and trade coins or swap out coins or tokens or anything of that nature, and you can see how everything works. And if the transactions are running great or they're not running great, you're having high gas fees, having issues. That's what a test net is for, in order to find the bugs, figure out what's not working properly, and then the developers can go in and fix everything.
Plus you could get free AVAX too. Granted, it's on the test net, so it's not worth anything, but still free.
Yeah, on most test nets, people will create faucets where you can get not unlimited coins or tokens, but enough to where you can pay for transactions and test things out. And yes, you get those coins, you get those tokens, but like Chris was saying, they're not worth anything. They don't mean anything. You can't transfer those over to a real wallet on a real network, a real blockchain. Like it just doesn't work. But it's awesome for practice. And if you're not familiar with like doing decentralized exchanges, or even getting to where you're into staking or on yield farms on some of the chains, it's a great opportunity to play around with it and learn how everything works before a said chain gets out there, and then all of a sudden you're not prepared in order to take advantage of the knowledge that you gain beforehand. So that way you can make the right decisions to maybe, get in while it's early when it first launches and, potentially make some money.
There's actually something interesting. I forget what it was I was working on. It was like 4 days ago, which um with my schedule how it is, I can't remember what happened 2 days ago. Uh so I really need to schedule myself better somehow. But I forget what it was I was doing now. I was testing something. I really wish I could remember what it was. And if I could, it's probably something I couldn't say right now because it's something I'm trying to keep secret for the upcoming Wolf Pup projects
Right.
stuff. So it might not even be something I can mention, but I was testing something on Rinkeby, and
Mm-hmm.
I actually went to go get um, Ethereum from the Rinkeby faucet. And I never actually signed up for it. And if you sign up with these faucets, a lot of these faucets will give you more to play with.
Right.
So I went to go sign up and it said, we are no longer accepting signups due to the Ethereum version 2 upgrade. Please sign up and use Robston. So I'm wondering if a lot of their, or Coven, I think they actually said Coven, not Robston. And these weird names I'm saying, for anyone who doesn't know, they're Ethereum test networks. It's Romston, Coven, Rinkeby, Gully, is it
Yeah. Goalie.
Yeah,
Go,
Gorley or
go,
whatever.
yeah. Yeah.
If you sign up, you start doing crypto and you get a MetaMask wallet, when you first open it, you're going to see these. These are test network ones for Ethereum. If you're not testing anything, they're pointless for you. So don't worry about it if you see them. But I'm wondering if Rinkeby is going to be taken out then.
Well, I see it as more along the lines because it's going to be of the old net or the old chain and the old network per se that they're probably working on a 2.0 themselves. I think they're just probably waiting on getting some code from the developers of Ethereum.
I was always curious why Ethereum had 4 different test networks by default.
I think it was just the fact that they were the only chain at the time to, and I mean, if you think about it right now, they're overrun, and that's why the gas fees are horrible. There's too much on the chain itself. There's too much traffic, and
Yeah,
so
that's why I
uh,
hated buying Hex, to be honest with you. It
oh,
took me like
I know,
4
yeah,
tries and like 20 some dollars in gas. Whereas,
yeah.
it was like $13 in gas.
But I mean, you did get it at a good price, a great price actually. But no, I think that's why they had the 4 test nets is because everything was being developed just on Ethereum until you had all these other chains start popping up. So having only one test net and then everybody dumping all they can onto that test net would in my opinion, it would crash it. So I think that's why there ended up being 4.
Yeah, they
But
probably did divide it up because they probably foresaw a lot of people creating their own stuff.
yeah, but I mean, if you look at it now, I think everybody's past that because if you, AVAX had its one, and still runs its own test net. So that way you have the capabilities of being able to test your stuff out before you put it live on the net on it, Avalanche's um, chain
I
as well.
I actually talking about developing your own stuff, because like I know for a fact I am.
Right.
I know you're going to be part of the team and you're actually working on coding. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are as well. And I guess I do want to say our Discord is going to have class like study hall type things to help if you get stuck, but this is actually more of a pitch for something else on YouTube, which it's not it's not sponsored at all. I mean, I signed up for him and the guy sent me a video that he said he recorded for me. He actually did use my name, so I don't know if it's legit or like if he's just somehow
A
doing
great
like
marketing ploy.
yeah. And if it's a marketing ploy, actually saying my name's actually really cool. I got to figure out how he did that. But it's actually a YouTube series that when he first started, it definitely was helpful and went over a lot of things. And he actually just did a live stream not too long ago. I think like 2 or 3 days ago about building a smart contract over a live stream with everyone that was there. It's like an hour long video. So, I mean, it's a good way if you don't want to pay money for any classes or anything like that. YouTube's a good way to get started, but a lot of times it's tough to actually find the actual coding. The channel's called DApp University, DAPP,
I know who you're talking about.
and he does a lot of good videos. Does like
He
live broadcasts like every day. I mean, it's a pretty good channel. I learned a lot from it, and I think it helped me develop the NFTs I did a lot for the range ship thing.
I will say he does do good videos, good good YouTube videos, but he also danced. Well, the early ones that I watched, he danced around what the actual title was.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I've seen that too, and it seems like a lot of the videos, with the exception of the live stream he did, the Building and Code, which I haven't watched yet, a lot of it is saying what it is, and then wants you to sign up for his course.
yeah,
Which I mean, I signed up. I didn't see any cost for it yet, but I also didn't get that email to actually sign up for it yet. So we'll see if there's a cost there or not.
there is a cost because I signed
There's
up and yeah,
how
and
much?
if so I was trying to remember if I actually saved that email because that was probably a few months ago when I did all that.
Do you remember if it
But
was really expensive or?
it was more than what I was wanting to pay. So I know it was more than 500.
Oh wow.
And yeah, oh yeah, it was. Well, I think he did the whole in the email, the whole ploy of it was this, but you're getting a great discount for this,
Did he send
and
you an email saying like this email specifically for you, Slime Time? Probably used your real name. Did you get an email for that? Like where you actually used your name?
I want to say it did because of all the information that you fill out
Yeah.
with.
Was he walking down a street when you got that video?
Well, see, I never got a video with my name in it.
Oh,
Like, I guess that's
really?
something. I guess that's something new. Basically, all I did, like, I went to his website, checked it out, filled out the information, sent me the email saying I had like 10 days to reply and sign up for that discounted price. And I was just like, okay, I'll go spend $12 on a Udemy course instead.
Actually got a Udemy course for Flash loans.
Okay.
I'm trying to work through. Flash loans, if you aren't familiar with that, it's very interesting. I know a lot of new people might not be familiar or might be a little scared of it. So actually, we have people in the Discord actually not fully know 100%. So I'll go over real quick for everybody what a flash loan is. It's pretty much you're going to code a contract. And so, for example, we'll use Ethereum. Um, well, we'll use Avalanche. We'll just say Avalanche. Um, there's that. There's Trader Joe Exchange, and then there's that one that begins with a P. What's it called? Uh, I probably should have stayed with Avalanche because I know those better, but um, I don't know. Okay, so we're just gonna switch over to Avalanche because I can't think of that name, like Palladium or something like that. But we'll just keep with Ethereum. Um, so on Ethereum, you have say Sushi Swap, and then you have Pancake Swap.
Right.
And say you want to get BNB, which you can get on the Ethereum chain. If you want to get that BNB on the Ethereum chain, and say BNB costs what's it now, like 290 something. So we'll say it's like 293, but then on Pancake Swap it's 294. if you buy it on Pancake Swap and then sell it on Sushi Swap, you're making $1 profit. Of
Right.
course, the fees are going to be way over $1. Um, what a flash loan does is you use a flash loan provider, which is like Avi, and there's another one I can't think of right now. I probably should start scripting this stuff out so I just don't blank on a lot of things like I do. But if you tie your contract to this loan provider, you can create the contract to borrow, say, a few $1 million. I mean, it's kind of unlimited, I think, as long as they have it in their lending. Uh, and then in that contract, they would take that money, you would buy it from the I'm just gonna say the exchange that's lower on, because you could do either way. So you buy it from the exchange you're lower on, then immediately sell it on the exchange that it's higher on, making that dollar profit. But you're also doing that with, instead of $300, with multi-million, a few $1 million. So your $1 profit is going to go, well, we'll say $300 is uh, so a thousand times $300 is 3 million, I believe.
Something
So
like that. Yeah.
your $1 profit, if you did just one, is now 1,000 because you're doing 1,000 of them.
Hmm.
And then you just would pay back that million, but you have that profit you're keeping, with the exception of whatever their fees are, which I don't think it's that much. I want to say, I don't even know offhand how much their fees are, but it's not that much, and it's pretty much free money that you're getting. And the reason they loan out these millions of dollars to these contracts is the contract will not complete if they don't get their money back. So if they don't get their money back, the contract will fail and revert everything back to what it was, like nothing ever happened.
Gotcha.
So hopefully that made sense to people. Put in the comments if it didn't. I will have to I'll probably end up doing a video on it anyway at some point, but so yeah, it's definitely a good idea to learn coding. And quick plug, come to our Discord starting Monday. We're gonna have weekly study groups where we could teach each other different languages. So um what else is going on? You have anything you want to mention, talk about?
I did see an announcement, another announcement in Unicorn popped back up.
Oh yeah, I'm still waiting on that.
So they talking about they haven't been very active. New integrations. They're trying to. Everything's supposed to be on schedule or on, still planned for the, everybody getting fully refunded and all that stuff. But they're trying to they're trying to do everything the right way, is what Gazelle was talking about. So we'll see. That was 2 days ago that they posted that. We'll see how that rolls out.
Yeah, it's because they say they're gonna do it the right way, because they're definitely not
Yeah.
gonna say we're gonna do it the wrong way.
They're also Node Bears NFTs. The guy who started that up, it's a lottery. Or was a lottery. I mean, still technically is a lottery, NFT lottery. He relinquished the project to somebody else today.
Is that because he's in America and knows he'll go to jail?
Maybe, to be honest with you, I don't know. Let's see, let me say. Basically, he was talking about this is going to be my last. Yeah, this is my last announcement you'll see from me, and the reason I've decided to transfer the ownership No Bears to this person in Discord called Kinsu, or Kinsu, CU, KINSYU. It says he believes that that person will get this project back on track to the number one spot in AVAX. On AVAX, okay, you're just a lottery. He was trying to eventually create something else along just instead of doing just NFT lottery. He was trying to do this thing that he was creating called Baby Bears. I think it had to do with something similar to nodes as well. But then when he sold out his original first wave of NFTs. He sold 6,969 NFTs in the first generation. And then in the second generation, he barely got to 3,000, I think it was. And so
Let's see if
I
we can
think
get
that,
ours at least 5. I'll be
yeah.
happy with that.
And so I think that hit all of them hard because in the first gen, they sold out within 29 minutes when they launched them. And I think it's still sitting at like 3,000 and some change for the second gens, which is, of course, when I got in from the second gen because I didn't know about the first gens.
So, I mean,
But
I think this brings up a good point actually is like people creating projects and is ICOs via NFTs the greatest idea?
yeah,
Because it happened with compounding cavemen. The project was dependent on getting as much, like all this money in,
right.
and there were all these whitelists and all these people in the Discord, and then 13 people bought.
Yeah. More than 3/4 of the whitelist people didn't purchase.
And I think that's probably a fairly common thing with whitelists.
Yeah.
I know that's why Wolfer Finance they they did something to really upset one of the people in our Discord about how saying like the whitelists actually didn't guarantee you a spot anymore, I believe, or something like that. Do you remember seeing that?
I think something of that nature where the whitelist got to put in how many they were planning to buy and but then they weren't going to be able to buy any more than that. But then all of a sudden they decided to say basically screw it and everybody has a fair share of whatever you want to get, a kind of deal.
Yeah,
And
I
and
mean, I
and,
know you're not a fan of whitelists, but
and
I,
that's what I was getting to. Is like there's what's the point of whitelist? There's no point. Let it be fair. But like we talked about, let there be tiers. You know, where everybody can get in. Don't just have it at like, oh hey, this NFT right here is going to cost $500. Who wants to buy that? Not me. No offense, but I'm never gonna buy. Well, I can't say that. I'm trying to think. So the Node Bear second gen went for 3 AVAX. It still wasn't $500. It was like two something because I think that was when AVAX was at like 70 or 75. So something
yeah,
like that. But
I mean, I don't like how that was done personally. If I
yeah,
don't like the whole idea of you need to whitelist to buy. I think that's dumb. I think maybe a whitelist for a discount, yeah, yeah, that or a boost or something. I like that. But
yeah,
like you need to whitelist to buy this. That's I don't like that at all. And it's nice that they did change it. I just wish they didn't do it last minute and just drop it on people like that.
yeah. Which is what most projects do.
Because they
There's
don't
no
sell as much as they need on the whitelist, so then they're going to change it around and screw the people who have the whitelist who are supposed to be guaranteed.
yeah. Well, I'm saying most projects in general don't give you a great deal of information ways out, or hey, this is what we're thinking. We hadn't made the decision yet, but we wanted to let y'all know so that way, if we do to make that decision, we're not springing it on you. Like nobody does that either, for the most part.
Yeah, well, they supposedly have the DAOs, but we saw how it happened with Polar, where yeah, they voted on the first one, but then all of a sudden, 2 days later, the rewards drop again, and no notice on that. That made a lot of people mad.
Yeah, yeah. I'm happy that I didn't get involved in poker.
And I did just actually come across an article that it says I have to pay $1.99 to finish reading it, so I'm not gonna. But because it's interesting, but not interesting enough to cost me $1.99. Because I'm
Yeah, because
very
like you got to put that towards a gallon of gas because that didn't get you a gallon.
but was it it looks like PayPal is gonna allow transfers of certain cryptocurrencies to from so I guess you're gonna be able to get um certain cryptocurrencies on PayPal and then be able to transfer them to different wallets or different customers. So they're trying to boost up the usage of their app.
Right.
Um, Now I'm
That's
wondering
good.
if that's going to mean a lot more things can be purchased with cryptocurrency or not, or if it's just going to be a uh,
Way of
yeah,
transfer.
yeah,
I think they'll probably start it off as that, and then maybe get to a point to where there might be one or two coins that they decide to actually allow purchasing with. Um, it's just transaction time. You know, most chain like Bitcoin. If you try to transaction with Bitcoin, it takes forever. Sometimes it takes to the next day before the transaction actually is complete. So I think that's why everybody's so hesitant to actually allow Bitcoin as a purchase, to be able to purchase stuff with,
yeah,
because
because
of
it
how long because it
and
just takes too long.
if something happens and the contract fail, well, they don't run contracts. Well, they do, and that they do, they don't. They run a contract, but you can't build contracts on that blockchain, to my understanding.
Right. But it was supposed to just be a currency that is slower than um, you know a grain of sand falling in an hourglass. Of course, that's actually kind of fast, but that's that's neither here nor there. Don't pay attention to that one. No, it's if in Ethereum, it's had its flaws. People have Bitcoin the same way. People have been able to hack it, and nobody wants like I could see where nobody wants to use Ethereum because of how high the transaction fees are. Like if you're going to purchase, let's say PayPal allows Ethereum to purchase stuff with. Oh, hey, I'm using PayPal to buy something on eBay, and I've got $100 or $200 of Ethereum, and I'm buying $125 item or whatever from eBay. Next thing I know, it's costing me $250 in gas fees just because I just happened to get it at the wrong time. I think that's another reason why nobody's tried to implement uh, any kind of crypto as a currency to purchasing things with. And so they're so you know, what's the word? Uncertainty of how transactions will go because you don't know from Monday to Friday. Monday gas fees may be okay, but then Friday then be astronomical, and Wednesday it could fluctuate. And I think if you can get it to where it's solid and it stays at a certain fee, I think there's people like um, PayPal that would take it on, would allow you to use cryptocurrency to make purchases. As long as I just think that everybody's so scared about the fluctuation of gas fees and fluctuation of market that you still would think you'd be able to use a stable coin like USDC to purchase something with.
Yeah, I remember. Um, I forget what year this was, but a town, a small city in Pennsylvania, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Um, it was maybe 10, 15 minutes from where I grew up, and I lived there for a little bit. I never actually saw it or visited it, but I think I do remember seeing a sign actually for it. So maybe I did visit it, but I didn't use it. But there was a subway that was taking Bitcoin. And then I'm sure you
So
heard
I
about, you
don't
know
know how
about
that's possible.
the whole Papa John's thing, right?
Oh yeah,
With
yeah,
those like 10 Bitcoin for 2 pizzas. Yeah.
yeah.
If I'm the person who bought that pizza, I'd be kicking myself.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It better have been like
But
the best pizza you ever had in your life, and it's Papa John's, so that's highly doubtful.
hey, that might actually be a great idea, is to come up with something like PayPal, maybe to allow you to purchase using like stable coins only on certain networks or certain chains.
Do you remember seeing something about that a few years, like a year or two ago? I can't remember the name of it or remember seeing anything about it since. So I don't know if they failed or if they're still around and just not being used that widely, or maybe they're being used all over the place. And I just don't know about it. But I can't remember what it was. But I remember this. It was about a year ago because I know it was talking about it because yes, I did like SHIB. I did buy SHIB because I thought it was promising, but I also didn't know anything about crypto other than coins go up and down.
Right.
And I mean, I did make $600 off it because I bought really low, but I definitely would not buy that coin again. Um,
Right.
or any meme coin like that because I it like we talked about multiple times, you need to have utility for a coin to last.
Absolutely. And being able to use a stable coin to purchase something, that's the utility, for a stable coin. I wouldn't put it
I
as
mean, you bring that up without realizing it, and I don't know if you know the full game plan because I don't even share everything with all the mods yet. But there is something in the works for that as for that. At least with the Wolf Pup project, there is. Did I ever
I got
talk to you about that or no?
well, there's a possibility.
Maybe. I don't
There's
remember if I
always
did
a
or not.
possibility. There's always a possibility.
I just talk too much, you forget half the things I mentioned.
Oh, but
So did you
no,
ever
yeah,
hear
no,
of play mining?
no, I can't say I have.
Because I saw this in an article, something about a new game that's doing play mining. Apparently, you mine when you play the game.
Okay, that's
That's
interesting.
something yeah, that we talk about games a lot and how I don't
Yeah,
like a lot of these gamified projects because they're not really games.
yeah.
This one, stuff like this may be interesting. I may take a deeper look into these play mining things. I'll have to look more deeper into that, but oh, speaking of games, I did do a little tournament style thing that I like on a Discord. Um, that you missed the first round of trivia, but there will be a second one where, and this is actually one of the captains we're talking about. We're talking to Slime. There is a team
Yeah.
Slime time. Um, so I mean it's pretty interesting. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but if you're interested and or if you want to give a little rundown of it, if not, if they just join the Discord, they can find out more about it. Don't really want to take up too much time about that covering that.
No, yeah. I basically I just know that there's 4 teams. Uh, you have 14 captains and 3 individual players per team,
And it will grow
and
every month too. So
yeah, and basically there's ways to earn points, and each team with the most points in the stated time period, which is 3 weeks, or is it a month long?
3 weeks and then a month in between so you can make trades.
Gotcha. And basically, you do things in the Discord, and like you said, there's trivia, and then there's other things that you can do. He sprouts things out here and there, and to earn points, each individual person on the team can earn points. It's a team effort, but it's individual too in earning the points.
But
And
I bring this up not as like oh sorry, continue.
and basically you were saying you were working on team NFTs, but I can't remember what the actual what the
Purpose.
winning
Oh,
well, no, not the purpose, but the winning what the winning team wins. or if they win
This
anything at all,
this
other than
month
bragging rights.
this month is uh, a gold NFT, which probably won't have anything, just to show that you got a gold NFT. Um, and 10 each member will get 10 USDC.
Okay. Well,
Prizes will fluctuate depending on how many people are on teams and stuff like that. But
and I see the main purpose of this is just getting everybody involved in the Discord more,
yeah,
and just growing the community and getting to know each other more, and just being all around a better community as a whole in the end
yeah,
from doing it.
that's the general purpose of it. But I also bring this up because I'm really heavily that about how NFT gamify projects are not games, just cash grabs. And I
Right.
just don't like that. And I kind of want to show that you can make games tied to NFTs. And yeah, there's a lot more coming that you don't know about. Slime Time knows some about. Um, and hopefully when the white paper comes out, that'll know something about. But if you're gonna make a game, people, projects, if you're gonna do gamify, make it a game, not buy this power up, you get a higher reward until we run out of rewards.
Real game. Make it a
Yeah.
real game where you get to interact.
Like I said, I would love to play Rocket League and get coins from winning. I would love it much more than I would love buying a bottle of water to feed my imaginary plant. That'll give me maybe a tenth of what my water costs back in a year. What like how's that a game? How's that helpful? Even if it's higher than a tenth, I don't know what the numbers are, and uh, yeah, I don't know. It just annoys me that it's just a cash grab, and I just don't like that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna steer clear. um, Anything else you want to talk about before I go off on an hour long rant on how much I hate gamify games, quote unquote gamify games?
No, I mean, I was ready to sit back and listen.
Well, I mean, it's the point. It's you have a project that's failing, or you're starting a project in a type of project, a node that is failing, or you or whatever. You are using your NFTs to give people rewards, and you can increase their rewards by like 1 or 2%, maybe 10%. I don't know the percentages, but then they have to buy another NFT at half the cost of their original NFT.
Right.
Just it makes no sense to me. And plus, a lot of these projects don't have good treasuries, don't have treasuries at all. Um, and they don't have any utilities other than this quote unquote game. Do you really think it's going to last 2, 3 years? It is straight Ponzi economics using an additional Ponzi to get money back. This is going to pay for the team. This is going to pay for the rewards. Maybe there's a small treasury. At least take your rewards, cut your rewards down, and make sure that's known that the rewards are getting cut or lowered than normal. Put it into a treasury, make it last, and make the treasury help out by giving some of that back too. It's There's a reason Ponzi economics are horrible and illegal. And this is a, another form of it in my eyes. It's not a game. You're not playing at all. You're not having any fun at all. Like you said about that, what were you talking that game last week you were talking about on the mobile? Personally, not a game I would play, but people do it and they're actually interactive. And yeah, if you tie crypto rewards from your treasury or something into that, cool.
Yeah, Clash of Clans. Yeah.
Yeah. It's, I don't know. I just feel like, and there's a lot of node projects going this route now. And it's
Yeah,
gonna be the same thing for you 3 months down the road unless you build other utilities.
right. It boils down to that: utilities, utilities, utilities.
And you have the name game in it. Make it something that they can play. Competition based. An actual game. Not just buy
Let's
this to
reiterate
add
it.
it to your NFT. What?
Let's just reiterate it. An actual game.
It has the word game in Gamify, but it's not a freaking game. Hell, I don't care if I hope I don't get flagged on YouTube for saying that actually, but I don't care if you give people rewards for playing Monopoly at home. That would be pretty cool. But it's still a game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's why that's what my mind is blown, and that's why I'm you know we're all trying to learn everything we possibly can in a short amount of time. Like like you've got Solidity kind of down a little bit. I'm still in the weeds over here trying to learn it. But then we talk about gaming, and so now I'm trying to figure out, okay, do I put that on hold and I start learning Unity, and then trying to figure out gaming of that nature, because I can't believe nobody's created like a Clash of Clans type game, and it like use a crypto, like people that you can purchase stuff on this game to use in this game, and that's it. Like there's no reward
Like when we were
for this
talking,
game whatsoever.
yeah, even if you don't get rewards, but you get cool NFTs that you can use in the game.
Yeah,
Like what I have a feeling GameStop, I didn't really look into it, but maybe I think that's what GameStop might be looking to do. NFTs for in-game purchases.
yeah.
And I don't know, it just annoys me that of all these people are loving that this is now a gamify project. I can buy another NFT. That's it.
Well, I think they just throw game and, like you said, they throw game in there to get people like, ooh, it's a shiny new penny. Oh my goodness, that
This
kind of
is
thing.
I can just imagine walking down the street and then just like start randomly talking with someone. And it's never happened, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does. Start
Yeah,
talking about crypto and goes, yeah, I'm in this, I'm in this. I like this project. I like this project. And it goes, yeah, I'm in this. "Well, what's that?" I go, yeah, it's a game. Really? It's a game? Yeah. Because like, so how do you play? You buy an NFT. Then what? Nothing. So if that's a game, I'm gonna go to Walmart and just play games with a gift card. I mean, the only time I could actually see this as an actual game is on like if you watch that show, guys, grocery games, shopping is a game. Okay. Okay, I'll give you that. That's a game. Your gamified project, it's not a game.
it's finance.
And
Oh,
what's gonna be next? If once gamify dies out, what's gonna be next? We are gonna be a sporting utility. If you buy this NFT, you can be a baseball player or something. I am not making sense. I am just that annoyed by this. I
just
am not making
everybody,
sense.
everybody's just using the word, the two letters "fi" to basically make money.
Sportify.
Nobody, no,
Sportify.
yeah, nobody right now, other than people that are trying to create blockchains, trying to create, in the DeFi space, nobody's trying to create anything to last. They say they do, but everybody knows at the end of the day that it doesn't last right now because there's no utility, period, whatsoever. And they can sit there and say, well, we got this opportunity for utility, we got this opportunity for utility. Is it working? Is it, has it launched? Is it running right now? No. Then you have no utility. Like
I,
that's
I I can't wait for a year from now and Sport5 comes out. I'll call a friend. Hey, Jim, you want to play hockey? He goes, I can't. I'm playing hockey right now. Where? I'll come join you on my computer. I just bought an NFT of a hockey stick.
Yes.
It's a Sportify project. It has a hockey stick NFT.
I'm so close to getting the Maverick NFT for the goalie to block all the shots.
I'm gonna get the new glove NFT, so my glove hand is gonna be so much better.
Yeah.
Or what about like,
It'll be interesting to see the DeFi space in a year for sure.
there are a
For real.
project, I did see a project. I don't know if you told me about it, but if I saw it on YouTube, but there's a project that actually, if you walk around more, you earn coin. That's an actual game, kind of. It's walking, but it's more than these GameFi projects.
I think it was actually a job.
What do you mean?
It wasn't a game. It was a job, like to walk from one tower to another. I think it was like a power tower. I want to say somebody in the Discord put it up. But
See,
basically, you walk from. They're tracking your walking, but you're getting paid in crypto to do this, and it was an actual like job, which I thought was interesting. It sounded like a scam to me, but you know
I mean, I
what
still
does it
think
these
it's
days?
more of a game than GameFi projects.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Pokemon Go, right?
Yeah.
It was to get people, Pokemon Go was to get people out there and to start walking and instead of staying indoors and looking at a screen all day long. And
I,
that's pretty much, you know.
I know they were trying to. I don't know if they ever did, but they were trying to do. I think like a Walking Dead version of that too.
Yeah.
A crypto version of that would be cool. There you could sell NFTs and maybe get okay. Probably not Pokemon because Nintendo owns them and they're really strict with using their stuff without permission. But
Mhm.
we'll say it's a Pokemon like thing where you have to throw a ball at a a creature. If you
Right.
buy the NFT, you're playing the game and you can get like in-store rewards for game upgrades. But then there's also special NFTs you can buy that maybe gives you a stronger ball. Because I played it like once or twice. I'm not a Pokemon person, so I don't really know the full aspects of it. But isn't like some of them harder supposed to be harder to catch with the Pokeballs than the other ones are?
Dude, you got me. I've never played any Pokemon whatsoever.
I
So,
think that's the case. It's like you have to find where they are and then throw a ball at them. I know like my girlfriend at the time when it first came out had that and I was playing it and I threw like one ball at this one little monster and got it immediately. And then we found another one and she goes, oh, that one's a little tougher. And I'm throwing like 8 balls and not getting the same. No, I'm pretty sure I'm hitting it right in between the damn eyes
yeah.
and still not getting them. Maybe something like that, where an NFT that you buy that once again will go into a treasury and into more utilities. And yeah, rewards pool could go into rewards pool too, but don't forget the utilities, please. But like this NFT can actually increase the power of the ball. So yeah, it's like the water thing I was talking about earlier, where it'll sort of make your plant survive longer or give out more rewards.
Yeah.
But this, you're actually throwing the fake ball at the fake monster. So it is a game. Even though it's a fake ball and a fake monster, you're still outside doing something and interacting with it. That's still a game in my eyes. Ordering a fake plant and waiting for more rewards until they run out is not. Unless you're
Right.
physically using your phone to dump fake water onto your cat's head, pretending it's a fake plant. Okay, then I'll give you that.
Right. Yeah. It definitely can go in a lot of directions. That's for sure.
And nobody's thinking about that. Well, I shouldn't say nobody's thinking about that because I know at least one person that's thinking about stuff like that. But no, all these other ones, we're making a game project. We're going to put out a new NFT. That's the game project. I
I
think
see it.
I'm pretty sure I made my point about this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And to me, why the question for me is why does it have to stick to an NFT? Why can't we create something new in the DeFi space? You know,
Yeah,
well,
I
why
mean,
does it have to be an NFT? Why can't it actually be like a 3D character? And instead of calling it an actual NFT,
so kind of mixing in kind of a metaverse thing where like when you're in the metaverse, you could, if you create like a metaverse game or something, you can buy a new character with crypto.
yeah, something like that. To the point where goes back to the movie that I talked about, I think in the previous one, where the metaverse is basically was created for and from Ready Player One, but you create this game, not necessarily like a Sims game, but actually like a game that has levels, a game that has tasks, a game that you can go from racing one platform and then walk over to another platform, like kind of like in the sense of metaverse world, but a crypto game. I think I'm giving out awesome idea that's gonna somebody's gonna take and run with it. I'm hoping it's us. And
Yeah,
uh,
because I definitely spilled a little more than I wanted to on that rant.
yeah,
Luckily, we didn't go into the actual thing we're doing,
right.
which is two different things we're doing, which, well, I mean, I guess we almost touched base
Or it
on
could
it.
be six things we're doing. Could be
Yeah.
10. You don't know out there, people.
I
You don't
actually
know.
don't know how many things we covered. There's a lot of freaking things going on in my head and we're talking
Yeah,
about. I really need to start writing them down more.
but you get what I'm saying. Like create a not like a platform to where instead of it being just one game, you have multiple platforms. So like if you didn't feel like doing first person shooter today, and you felt like racing, you use this character that you somewhat purchase somehow, and you use it across all the platforms, and it's your character,
We did
and
that. We did that with the me characters. You could like use them to play tennis, and then they brought them into Super Smash Brothers somehow, and they did
right.
something like that.
But this time it's like you in during the game, like I said, when we were talking like having what I was talking having tournaments. You earn in those tournaments with this character. You purchase this character and then you earn on top of this. So there is an ROI. You just don't know what it exactly is. And it's not going to be in such amount of days with these node projects, that kind of thing. You have to put in the effort to get your ROI
Can we
instead of
like
sit back and wait for it.
can we patent these ideas if we just say they're patent on this?
No, we have to send all this in. But no, that'd be something I would think would be revolutionary. To
Oh,
be
I
honest with you.
mean, the good thing is if someone does steal one of the ideas, which I'm pretty sure one of my ideas, one of our ideas, is not going to get stolen because then nothing was touched based on it. And it's
Yeah.
really, really, really out there. The other
Hmm.
one, so, but it's still going to be beneficial even if it is stolen. I'm still not going to mention it though, but we may have touched base on that a little bit. At least the good thing is if ideas do get stolen, we're smart enough to come up with new ones, I think.
Of course. I come up with $1 million ideas all the time. I just don't have $1 million person to pay me to get it going.
And I could say one thing is if a project wants to last, don't do forks because
Well, don't do copycat forks.
yeah.
I agree with you on that. You don't do a copycat fork. But if you can take what somebody's done, change it up a little bit, and make it better,
Well, I mean,
it's still going to be considered a fork, even though
yeah, that's true. I mean, EMP forked Tomb, but they put it on BNB and added a few new things. So, um, I don't really consider that I should have said an actual true fork or a copycat fork, like you said. I mean, you could take ideas from other ones, just you have to make sure you put your own spin onto it.
right.
And you have to make sure if something goes wrong, you have someone on there that's going to be able to fix it, or at least look into it and work on fixing it. And make sure Polar Make sure you keep people up to date on what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Most definitely, because they're your investors. The quickest way to kill your dream, your project, whatever, is to piss off your investors. If you treat them like family and in a real community, then that it's a tough thing to do in finance, is to treat people like they're real. As in a financial world, you'd want to. Most companies sit there and say, don't ever put a face with your investors, because then you'll never be able to make money. And I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
I think if you do that, the investors will get more personalized with it and become stronger investors.
Well, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if you get involved with your investors, and treat them, get to know them, try to get to know as many as you can. Get to know, what your community is, what your community is about. Then you've got an opportunity, to grow as big as you want it to be.
I'd much rather buy from the local video game store where maybe I don't go in as much, but I get more attention and actually talk to people rather than going to a Walmart electronics section.
Right. Yeah.
Even if it's a few dollars more.
You're also helping out the little guy.
Well, the interaction is better. And interactions are key. So interactions with games are keys. So gamified projects aren't games. So stop claiming it's a game. Okay, I'm done. I'm pretty sure that this episode, I probably annoyed a lot of people who like Polar, who like that water one that I was talking about, and pretty much any GameFi project. So we may drop our viewership by like half, from like 12 to 6.
Guess what? Hashtag you don't owe me, bro.
Exactly. You don't owe me, bro. I say what I want. I'll do what I want.
Yeah.
I'll build what I want, and it'll help you, hopefully. And if it fails, I'll do something again. I'll be like, what's his name from Seifu, who was in like 3 different projects where 2 of them rugged. He kept building, and he's got a pretty good community now going for him.
Yeah,
it'll come. And if it doesn't, hey, I tried and I did what I felt was right. That's all that matters.
That is all that matters. Because also, at the end of the day, you can't hack a fax.
Yes. Yes, you cannot hack a fax. You can smash a fax with a baseball bat, but you cannot hack one.
That's right.
Okay. I think we should call that a wrap now. And hopefully we see you guys next week. But we'll see how many I actually ticked off. considering my whole community is built on Polar people too, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Well, I have nothing more to say because I know what I'll say, and I'm done with that riff for now. And I will not touch on that next week, I promise. How about you? You have anything to say?
I'm golden. I'm good.
Okay. Well, I hope I didn't offend anyone too bad. I hope everybody has a good rest of your day.